Hello everyone and welcome back. This video is going to be kind of in reversed order, kind of, not really. Sarah and I recorded a video on Sunday, the Sunday after the Arsenal game where Beth Mead got hurt. This was originally going to be a kind of like, we're going to talk about Beth getting hurt because we didn't know an update. Then we kind of talked about Beth and Viv in the same video. This video is coming out later than I thought it was going to. So what we're going to do, I'm actually going to just make this into two videos because as most people I'm sure heard that Beth Mead got seriously hurt, and I thought it was kind of, I didn't think it was the best idea to put that video with the video about Viv and Beth, what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to make that a separate video. So look out for that video next, because when we recorded the video, we just talked about both topics, but we're just going to kind of stick to the topic of Beth getting hurt because it was very serious. So we're going to kind of start with what happened at the game. So we're going to kind of start about what happened with the game. Then I'm going to have the update at the end of the video, I'm pretty sure. But I just wanted to kind of preface this with, we recorded part of this video before we knew the extent of the injury. Now we do know the extent of the injury, but I'm definitely going to put timestamps down below. We'll talk about her injury, but gutted for her. And like I said, I didn't want to make a Beth and Viv. I didn't think that was I don't know. I thought that would have been wouldn't have been in best taste to do that in the same video. But look out for a Beth and Viv video the day after this video goes out. But yeah, just wanted to kind of give everyone the setup for this video. So, and here is the actual beginning of the video that we started on Sunday. Hello everyone, welcome back.
How's it going?
How's it going? I was just telling Sarah, this is going to be kind of like a Shakespearean video. It's going to be the best of times and the worst of times.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
Basically, although this isn't the worst of times, we are still waiting to see what happens, but we're on edge to see what's going to happen, and we're going to talk about it. We are going to start what happened yesterday. So we are recording this on Sunday. Arsenal had a game on Saturday, and a wild game. It was a wild game. Arsenal went in unbeaten, and they lost to Man United, and it was a wild game. It was heartbreaking. Up until the 85th minute, Man United were down. They were down by 1, Sarah. Then they equalized in the 85th minute, and then they went ahead in the 90th plus 1 minute.
Whoa.
That was wild. I didn't watch it live, but I watched the replay that was on YouTube, and I was watching. I was like, oh, Arsenal probably won, because I clicked on it and I was kind of fast forwarding forward. I saw it like 2-1 in like the 80th minute. I go, oh, Arsenal probably won.
Yeah, at that point you think that you have it in the bag, but
yeah,
it's this just goes to show you that's not the case.
So yeah, so it was heartbreaking. But if you look at the stats weren't great by Arsenal either. So it makes sense that they actually did not come away with the win. And it was an Alessia Russo goal in the 90th plus 1 minute. And most people are saying, I was looking at Instagram, they thought the defense kind of looked in shambles. Bad defense, bad marking. So that's unfortunate to see. Leah Williamson is still injured, still out. And that makes a huge difference for that defense. But one thing that happened in that game, which was upsetting to see, Beth Mead went down, and she went down hard. And it was at the very end of the game. I believe it happened in the 90th plus 5 minutes. So literally 3 more minutes left on the clock. She was going for a ball, and oof, the way the Man United player, it just was an awkward collision. She went sideways, and she went down, grabbed her knee immediately.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
Immediately. And not only did she go down, she was on the sidelines for the rest of the game. She never got up once.
Poor Beth.
For the rest of the game. And she did walk off herself, so she didn't go on a stretcher out, and which I don't know if that's a good sign or not. I know a lot of times they tell you, even if it's a suspected partial tear or tear, not to walk off, but it could be a good sign too.
Right.
So basically at this point, we don't know the level of her injury at this point, because we're recording this on Sunday. This hopefully will go out Monday. If not, there might have already been an update for where she is with this injury. But so there might be an update by the time this video comes out.
Yeah, we just hope she's okay.
We just hope, exactly.
And we hope it's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, that loss too. Man United is such a strong team this year, so you can't let your guard down against any team. And Man United's one of the top 3 teams, I would say. Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, and they have such a strong team. And I don't think it was shocking that they won, but I do think a lot of people thought the Arsenal's defense was shockingly in disarray. I did see that a lot on the Instagram.
Yeah, it's too bad.
There was one really cute moment though with we're going to talk about Beth and Viv in a second, but at halftime Beth was walking back to the locker room and Viv didn't start. She came in later, but she didn't start, and she's walking and then she sees Viv and Viv's giving her some tactical.
Yeah, what a coach.
I just love that moment of, okay, you do this, you go there. Yeah.
No, such a teammate moment.
Such a teammate moment. No one's messing around there,
But this is professional soccer. Well, football. Nobody's messing around.
But that was kind of a cute moment, I did notice. But Beth was injured. Like I said, as of this video coming out, we do not have an update about the extent. And you have to think of, but something did come out. So as we know that Beth has released her book, which we're going to talk about in a second, released her book, and she was supposed to have a book event. And but a lot of people got this email who had signed up to go to this book event.
Okay. Unfortunately, the event with Beth Mead, due to take place at Shoreditch Town Hall tomorrow, Monday the 21st of November, has been postponed. This is due to Beth needing urgent medical support. She is fine and being well looked after, but unfortunately this has meant she has had to make this very difficult decision to reschedule this event, which she was very much looking forward to. She sends her deepest apologies. We are currently working hard to find a new date for the event to be rescheduled to. We will be in touch as soon as we have further information. We apologize for the last minute nature of the cancellation and for any inconvenience this may have caused. Best wishes, the Shoreditch Town Hall.
She has canceled an event. I'm sure Beth hates canceling these events because she's so proud of her book, and B, doesn't want to let down people who were going to come to her event.
Yeah, she's such an event lover.
Yeah, she is. She is.
She's the life of the party.
She is. And also, I think anyone who watched the Arsenal game knew exactly what happened. So they're not questioning oh, is she really just not coming? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Everyone knows there's something going on. And actually, this wasn't going to be our original video. It was going to be kind of more about Beth and Viv. We are going to talk about Beth and Viv, but we had, this is just something so major. So we will find out what is going on with Beth's injury because it's very scary. Hello everyone, it's Sarah and we are recording this on Tuesday about 2 o'clock our time. So
2:41 to be exact.
2:41. And at the beginning of the video I talked about we recorded that first part of the video on Sunday, the day after the Beth sustained the injury. But we just got an update, and it's not the update we were hoping for.
No, not at all.
So we will read what Arsenal put out, and we'll read a couple things, but then we'll talk about it.
Okay, so the post says, "We're right behind you, Beth Mead. We can confirm that Beth Mead suffered a ruptured ACL in our match against Manchester United at Emirates Stadium on Saturday. Unfortunately, this means that Beth is set for an extended period on the sidelines. She will see a surgeon in the coming days, after which further details on timescales will be established. Everyone at the club will be supporting Beth and working hard to get her back on the pitch as soon as possible."
Yeah, so we just got that. We got that about 2 hours ago, or 2 or 3 hours ago at this point, and that is not what we like to. And also, we just shortened ACL from the original ligament. We're not exactly sure how to pronounce. We would say ACL, so we just went with ACL.
Anterior cruciate ligament.
So we got that news, and at the time it didn't look good. I've seen ACLs where they went down and they can't even get up again themselves, but it didn't look good, and that's the news, the official news.
Oh, Any ACL just it sounds painful.
And also the thing I believe is they use rupture kind of. It's the same as tear from what I was doing online. Correct me if I am wrong though. If people think the rupture is a little different than a tear, but I kind of Googled it to see if because they use kind of different language over in the UK than they do here in the States.
They are a different country.
But I believe you can use rupture and tear interchangeably. I believe so. But correct us if we're wrong on that. But this is not good news. Then not that long ago, Beth Mead actually put out a statement herself, and we'll read that. Sarah will read that.
Thank you for giving me credit. Okay, so Beth Mead posts, obviously heartbroken by the news of my injury. Unfortunately, these things are a part of the game, but I'll be working hard to be back on the pitch as soon as possible. For now, I'll be Arsenal and England's biggest fan. Thanks so much for all the love and support, Beth.
And I am sure she is heartbroken. I mean, and she's on such a high right now. To just have being sidelined by this is something that is just heartbreaking. And, you know, she's on cloud nine with her book coming out and playing so well and everything. But then we have to think it's not that long out from the World Cup. I'm gonna have Sarah read a little bit from this article, then we're gonna talk about it.
This is a huge blow for Mead, Arsenal, and England. National coach Sarina Vigman will be especially concerned given the World Cup kicks off in just 8 months, and any full recovery from an ACL injury within that time frame would be spectacular based on previous examples. Mead was instrumental in the Euro 2022 victory, not just for her goal scoring, but also her threat as a creator. England do have depth in attacking positions, though, with Manchester City's Chloe Kelly in terrific form and an obvious choice to step in for Mead, whereas at Arsenal, her loss may be more significant. Only Aston Villa's Rachel Daly and Manchester City's Khadija Shah have contributed to more goals in the Women's Super League this season than Mead.
Okay, so it says right here in this article, 8 months away is the World Cup. And from this article, and based on other people who have recovered from ACLs, 8 months would be a spectacular recovery. Those words alone are kind of scary, that it has to be like a spectacular, really pushing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, and anyone in the audience can maybe tell us that, you know, some tears / ruptures are more significant than others. Could there be, you know...
Yeah, I think so.
Could this actually be a partial tear, and we don't know. And they said they're going to look at the surgeon.
Yeah, we'll see what the surgeon says.
And they'll give more time frames. So I don't know if they would say a ruptured tear if it were a partial tear. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if they would say that. But... I guess still fingers crossed that it's not as serious as a tear can be, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Either which way, heartbreaking. Either which way.
Ugh, I know.
Her momentum right now in her career at this point was so strong that this kind of setback is just heartbreaking.
I know, it absolutely is, and I just feel so bad. But like she said, it's the way the game goes, you know?
She said
when you put your body on the line... You know, sometimes the body gives out.
It's just so wild. There was 3 minutes left of the game. If there was not added 7 minutes, if there wasn't this, if that man, maybe this wouldn't happen. You can't think that way. Thinking that way will make you go put too many thoughts in your head, like what ifs, and you can't do that. But you obviously have those moments like, if I just wouldn't. So you have those moments in your head. But this is heartbreaking. We'll see what happens. I mean, but these World Cup, this less than 8 months away, suffering this, it's about as, other than suffering it right before, there is still hope she can get back.
Yeah.
And if anyone can do it, Beth Mead can do it,
Right, yeah.
She is so determined, her high right now from the Euros, from getting all these awards and accolades. I mean, she is on such a high. But like she says, that's just the way it happens. I say this every video, but it's not the first time it will happen. It's not the last time it will happen to these athletes. It didn't. When you grab your knee as forcefully as she grabbed her knee at the game on Saturday, it didn't look good.
No.
What does everyone think? But we hope you feel better, Beth, because...
Yeah, speedy recovery.
Yeah, because this is heartbreaking. This impacts Arsenal's season. They were on such a high.
Yeah.
See what happens now. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. Maybe if the surgeon has an update about how severe, maybe we'll get a better time frame,
Yeah.
But we will
so.
say questions, comments down below. We will be back. And like I said, speedy recovery. And
Well wishes.
we'll see what happens. Okay, talk to everyone later. Have a great night.